What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. We have a lot of really good videos for you guys coming shortly. We asked on YouTube in a poll, well, just a question I guess, on what type of decks would you like to see mixed with Cyber Dragons, and then we put up a poll in our Facebook group and we actually decided we're gonna do pretty much all of them. Without further ado though, today we have making multiple infinity turn one. This deck, I will give out the disclaimer, it is not super competitive. It does die, especially to multiple hand traps, things like that. It is prone to bricky hands, but we're going to try and talk about what you can do with them, how you can play through them, what you can do with less. So without further ado though, let's go ahead and show you guys the full combo, because it is so much more than 2 infinity and you're going to like it. So here, hand, we basically have Exceed is broken because it's just 2 free level 4s, and if you make 2 level 4s, that just lets you do so much already. 2 level 4s equals infinity, plus you'll see here in a little bit, we'll cover that. 10 Ys are just level 4s that special summon. We use rank 4s to get through and get out our multiple infinities, and then we'll just cover the rest as we kind of go. Opening Singing Lanius is actually really not bad at all because you just special summon it, so that's okay. And we have our emergency and hers, which means we have, you know, access to core and then Galaxy Soldier Infinity. So let's go ahead and start this off. Special summoning our 10 while we control no effect monsters, then just doing some Cyber Dragon things. Now we're going to go ahead and get our Exceed out, and here's, well, finished doing our Cyber Dragon thing, sorry. And as we get here now, we're going to get to our infinities. These hands, every hand plays different. Like, this isn't how it's always going to be. There's going to be times where you make infinity before 5. Actually, a lot of the time you will. There's going to be times where you won't be able to make infinity at all, but you're going to start doing all the other plays and routes, and we'll talk about that as we go. So we go into our Raid Raptor Force Strix to just add to our hand. Normally here you would add your Singing Lanius to your hand, but since we opened it, we're just going to grab one of the other cards. I like to grab Bora because then when depending on where your board's at, when your Y-Strix summons out your Zephyros, if you have an open spot, then you can special summon your Bora and keep extending that way. Then we're going to go into our Verde because, yes, we were playing Dragoon because why not? But here, well, we'll finish off our Y-Strix's effect. So we have 2 cards in hand. Infinity, we know we're going to get a Dragoon, and we just happen to have our Raid Raptor Force Strix, Y-Strix, and here's our second infinity. So we have 2 infinity and Dragoon. That's pretty darn good, right? But we got these 2 cards here that are just kind of sitting there useless, and I mean, you can go into like Union Carrier and equip your Verde with the Buster Lock. You could go into your Simorgh Link and get your Barrier statue if you're not playing with Verde, because Verde locks you out of getting your statue in the end phase. But we're going to go ahead and get spicy here. We're going with Rusty because Rusty is back, baby. Why wouldn't you want to? So 2 infinity, Dragoon, and double Fog Blade. But, I mean, I know what people are going to say. Oh, you know, dark. You died to Super Poly. I mean, luckily we have 2 infinities, though, guys. Both effects are soft once per turns. So we just played around Super Poly, too. Ended with 2 Fog Blades, 2 infinities, Dragoon, multiple in hand. So let's go ahead and get to that deck list and tell you guys how to actually play with it and do things that you can. So here it is. Here's the monstrosity of a mess. And once again, like I said, guys, this is not something that I expect you to take and just go and win your locals with, go and do really well. You might, if the cards fall in your favor, by all means, and if you have the right matchups, things like that. The deck can do a lot, and we'll talk about it here. We are working on a replay and combo library for you guys, because despite me saying this is a casual build, I want you to be able to play it to its fullest extent and possibly still take a locals or something like that. And just the faces people make when you like pull stuff like this, decks like this, it's crazy, it's awesome, it is really cool, and it is one of the reasons I love playing the game. So 1 Cyber Dragon, the deck's already inconsistent enough. We're going to go ahead and try and make it a little bit better by getting rid of some of the clumpiness. 3 Cyber Dragon Core, it's our normal summon. I don't know what else, there's not too much more to say there. All of our level 4s basically can summon themselves, so leaving our normal for Core is perfectly fine. 3 Cyber Dragon Hers, 1 Naxter because, I mean, you don't need it at all, and you don't necessarily want it in your opening hand at all, but it's just a really good recovery tool, so 1 Cyber Dragon Naxter. 2 Fear because it's a free special summon of a level 4, which is big. We like to get level 4s. 3 Galaxy Soldier, great extender. Like you want your cores, your extenders, things like that. We are playing Dragoon, which means Red Eyes and Dark Magician. And keep in mind, guys, these next, like the rest of this line and this entire line, none of that matters because we're playing our normal ratios. At least for me, like the no dupe build, we're playing our normal ratios here, and that means it's like your odds of making Infinity Dragoon are just as good in this build as like my other builds. So like failing off if you don't happen to open what you need with all of this stuff, you can still make Infinity Dragoon really, really easily. So it's not like you have to open specifically well or anything. You can always just fall back onto Infinity Dragoon, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that hand whatsoever. 1 Singing Lanius, like I said, it's one that you really don't mind if you open. 1 Zephyros and 2 Bora. I did this because you need to search twice, so if you open one of 2, it kind of hurts, but or you're going to search one and special summon one. So odds of opening 2 out of 3 really are not good at all. They're like way, way lower than opening 1 out of 3. So obviously, or 1 out of 2, I mean. But yeah, so we went with 2 Bora because then, like we said in the combo, if you special summon your Zephyros off of your Y-Strix, you can still special summon your Bora, and then you can extend and do things that you need to do with that route. 2 Maximus and 2 Draco because they're level 4s that just special summon to a Link Arrow, and we make Almirage really easy, Verde really easily, things like that. If you happen to get Nibiru'd and you cannot make your Infinity first, you just link the token into Link Spider, special summon your Crusadia, and now you can go into your Verde and still make your Dragoon, burn them for 3k, and at least have 1 disruption. So they do work really nice that way. Did 2 and 2 because I mean, these, it don't matter if you open both of them, but you don't want to open multiples of the same one, so might as well play 2 and 2. 10 Ys, 2 Mapura, 2 of the water one, and 2 Nahata. These essentially are the same reasons for playing 2s instead of like 3-3, because you just don't want to, I mean, realistically, you don't want to open multiple, period. So you could make an argument that Crusadias would be better to play at a higher count, like 3-3, and then just cut these down to like a 4 total, something like that. You could definitely make the argument for otherwise your parallel exceeds. So here too, like if you get 2 level 4s, then you make your 4 Strix, you get your Singing Lanius, you special summon it, you get your Y Strix, and you special summon your other one. So I guess I was a little bit wrong earlier. You need 3 level 4s to make the Fog Blades and Infinity. Yeah, but so 3 level 4s does all that. But otherwise here, then you special summon out your one of those, and you get, now you have 2 out there. You can at least make double Fog Blades off 2 level 4s, which isn't really good, but it's not horrible. It's not terrible. But yeah, so I mean, that's one option. 2 level 4s equals double Fog Blades. 2 level 4s an extender. Now you're talking where you can actually start going into like Dragoon and stuff like that on top of your Fog Blades. So I mean, most hands you're not gonna just 2 level 4s pass. Like with you got your cyber plays. Like you might not be able to make Infinity, but just getting out the free bodies on board really helps to make your Dragoon. But yeah, Parallel Exceed's just broken because it's 1 card to get 2 bodies on board. The 1 Boots and the PK Fog Blades, because why not? I definitely wasn't going to add them because we were going to try and make this as competitive as physically possible, but I couldn't resist the urge of, making 5 negates with this type of a mess. Hopefully this does serve as a good template for you guys, and like play it, test it, and obviously change some things up, make it a little more competitive. No hand traps does definitely make it a lot harder to play, especially going second, which is a huge reason why I'm emphasizing it's a casual build. It is a build for fun, and it's just kind of a build to make people say, why? Like, I love that reaction. Actually, at my locals, the first hybrid cyber deck I did was Cyber Dragon Thunder that I actually took to a locals. Was Cyber Thunder with Summon Sork and Gold Sarcophagus, and I was playing against one of the best players there, and he is playing Sky Striker. In game 1, it was just like Cyber Dragon versus Sky Striker. In game 2, I opened and I made double Colossus Infinity, and like someone sitting next to us was just like, "Wait a second, weren't you just playing a different deck?" And it's just like reactions like that that I absolutely love playing the game for, and that's why I come up with decks like these. But finishing out 3 emergency, 1 repair plant, our rank up spell to get to our infinity, and our Red Eyes fusion, 1 overflow. You could definitely make it like really easy, cut down on a lot of the brickier stuff, you know, and like pull the PK stuff, pull all the Dragoon stuff, and you can just put in like the Simorg Link and the barrier statue. Make 2 infinity barrier statue really easily, much lower ceiling, and I didn't do that because I like Dragoon as like, cause if you're getting hand trapped and you're getting hit by stuff and stopped by stuff, Dragoon is just really easy to make through that type of ordeal. So that's why I do like incorporating Dragoon still. 1 Mega Fleet, 1 Fortress. We are trying to keep it quote unquote competitive, and we have open spots. So Makaba and our Nova, 1 Dragoon, then Nova, the 2 Infinities, double Force Strix, 1 Almirage, 1 Link Spider for those pesky rocks, 1 Wise Strix, 1 Verde, and 1 Rusty Bardiche. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, we are working on a replay video, so we'll see how that goes for you guys, and we'll do some of like those combos, like 2 level 4s, just 3 level 4s, you know, just making your Dragoon, failing off and doing like these different plays. Like, what if you open your Bora, your Zephyros? What if you open, you know, your Soul Shave Force, things like that. Obviously, opening your Red Eyes Fusion, you can just play it and make your Dragoon. But doing things like that, Fog Blades, you just open them, you set them, no big deal there either. Yeah, so make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see that. We will also have our Pure plus Dragoon Cyber Dragon deck profile up here any day now, and a whole bunch of other different variants that you guys asked us to look forward to or work on. So things like that. Come join the Team Set Pass Facebook group if you want to join in on discussions such as those. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great night.